Look, this is what I do. This is what I do.
Yeah.
Beer, not just for breakfast anymore. What's your name?
Randy Moore.
Somebody whisper the wind. I gotta watch it.
Yeah.
Somebody whisper in my ear there. You're an expert in water?
I worked with water treatment most of my career, yeah.
Did you?
Yeah.
So water, can that be replaced? Is that something that you could just find, just falls from the sky?
Well, it does fall from the sky. It's what we do to it that screws things up.
The good acid rain first.
Yeah. They say.
So, bottom line, shale gas. Exploring to search for natural gas. What's the bottom line here?
Bottom line is if you don't know what you're doing when you go out there, you can get into an awful lot of trouble. And what bugs me is that these people, they don't want to know what they're getting into. All they're looking at is how much money they can make.
So that's not my imagination. It's all it has to do with money.
That's what all big business is about. I think it was Donald Trump, one of those big mega billionaires down in the States, was on one of the daily talk shows here a couple of weeks ago. He said, how do you make a lot of money? You get to the point where you don't care about anything but making the money. That says it all for me.
Yeah.
Lou Dobbs wrote a book on the exporting of America. They sold their soul to the devil.
Really?
The Hebrew storytelling tradition, gold, is a shimmer in here in the darkness. It's a metaphor. They're two different things.
So what we do with water? How you don't even touch it? That's what I would say.
Well,
it's like playing with dynamite.
If you win, I'm not too concerned about the actual exploration process until they go into actual fracking. When you start breaking up the rock, all the other things that are underground, you open up surface area that water can dissolve anything. Booze, cornflakes. I said natural gas and it's many.
I'm not wearing this to church tomorrow.
Why? I've worn this and caused some trouble. But you put water in a glass. Most people don't realize that water dissolves a little bit of that glass and you drink it.
Yep.
So when you get a really high, like we made what they call holy water. It was extremely pure water, and to collect it in a container, you contaminated it. Not just with the air it was running through, but the container you lugged it away with. When you get into real high quality water, you get into some real... And it's amazing what you can do with water if you dirty it up. But if you dirty it up in a way that you've lost control of it, it's going every which way.
Yep.
Go out there and do some explorations, but do it in a limited scale to find out what's down there first before you start turning the earth upside down.
I said if they had let's say a place like, let's just call the place Sussex.
Yeah.
And there's 1 zillion cube of natural gas.
Yeah.
Or even here, right?
Yeah.
Right in that area, right there. There's 1 zillion. The money is it's showing the money is going to stay here in this province.
Yeah.
Natural gas is going to stay here.
Yeah.
1 spot only. Mm-hmm. Maybe.
Yeah.
I would say go for it.
Well, go do a little bit of testing to see what's down. Not testing just for the natural gas, but find out what the implications of doing in an area that's, say, remote from most people, that's going to do as little damage as possible in that process. Because you got a better chance of cleaning up. But I said, if you go out there and do this in a wholesale matter of breaking up those rocks underground, you don't know what. You're opening Pandora's box.
Are you a preacher?
No, I'm not a preacher, but I tell you, I'm a chemical engineer, come from a chemical engineering background. Did most of my life's work in water treatment.
And you know this is not good.
When I was packaged off, because a few weeks before I was packaged off, they said, you're one of the most knowledgeable people in water treatment. And I was laid off, packaged off at age 55. You know why?
Why?
They don't like people that think.
Oh, of course not.
My boss has told me you think too much.
Where's this? In Fredericton?
I worked for a company, an international company that doesn't exist anymore. The owner is long since dead, but was taken over by several other companies that run it into the ground that doesn't exist. W.R. Grace. Do you remember under the Reagan administration in the States, the economic study that was called the Grace Commission on the Economy?
No.
It was back in the 80s, that was Peter Grace, that was my employer, that he did that. He worked with 6 Harvard administrators, who I met some years later while serving them breakfast in Grand Manan.
Breakfast with beer. And what's your name?
Randy Moore.
Randy Moore. Randy, thanks a lot.
Yeah.
No problem.